हाय हेलो एवरीवन। कैसे सब लोग, मेरा प्यारा बच्चा लोग, कैसे आप सब लोग? I hope you all are here by making complete preparation for this Menti session, है ना? Yes. So this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and if you all can see me and hear me, jaldi se jaldi please let me know by giving an amazing thumbs up in the chat box. Jaldi, hi avocado. So I have an avocado plant at my place. So Sumaya, hi, Arpan, Miara, then Preeti. I'm all good, Preeti. Thank you so much. आप लोग सब कैसे? And tell me how many of you are here in the classroom after making complete preparation for this MENTI quiz? वो भी बता दे. Hi, hello, Sumaya, Pal, hi, hello, Saurav, Palak. Then hi to everyone in the classroom. I hope you all know what is the topic for today's session. It is the MENTI because we have completed the chapter of rotational motion. It's time to check how much you have understood the chapter, है ना? कैसे? We are going to do the MENTI and you will understand how much you have learned from this particular chapter. I'll also understand who was making a very good study about this particular chapter, right? So yes, those who are seeing me for the very first time, okay, I know that those who are seeing me for the very first time will be thinking, ये बंदा कौन है? This is the reason I have made this very first page about me. Myself, Ameer, I have an experience of 3.5 years in the field of teaching. I'm a BTech graduate from NIT Calicut. And yes, I taught many students and yes, they are doing good in their life. Okay, moving on. Now, as you can see, this is today we'll be having the MENTI. And tomorrow there is no class, right? From now onward, there won't be any classes on Wednesday. My schedule is like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on 30th of September, which is the topic we are going to start, dekh le? Yes, we are going to start with the new chapter, which is gravitation. So everyone be there. This is an important chapter. Don't miss it from the beginning. And 1st October, as you can see, exams are approaching. So what is it? It's the time for revision. So that's why we have made the one shot revision. Complete concepts of laws of motion will be discussed. Let's say it will be a class of a 3-hour to 4-hour class will be there. And we'll also be doing the MENTI also during that time. So I want everyone at that particular class because your revision of laws of motion will be over on this Friday at 8 p.m. As you all know, there are so many amazing educators in the class of 11th and 12th Unacademy YouTube channel, right? I know that you don't want to miss any of their live classes. If you want to get notification of all the live classes, क्या करना है? हाँ, be a part of this Telegram channel. Link you can see it here. Okay, we all are expecting जल्दी से आ जाइए सब लोग. Don't you think it'll be an amazing thing to start learning with Unacademy, right? Being a part of Unacademy and learning with us and making your dreams come true. This is the best opportunity for every one of you. Scholarship test is happening on 3rd of October at 1 p.m. And if you're going to get a very good score, scholarships will be awarded to you. Actually, the scholarship worth of 1 crore will be, right? From a pool of 1 crore, it will be awarded to you. And you'll even get a chance to learn with Unacademy for free. Isn't it amazing? I think so. I'll talk about the subscription platform for the next 2 minutes. Then we are going to start with our MENTI. Okay, then soonly everyone. I know that everything, or you also know that everything is available for free in the YouTube. Then why we all educators are asking to be a part of Unacademy subscription? It's very simple. Because in the Unacademy subscription platform for the plus courses, we all educators will be teaching with a proper schedule, targeting board examination, JEE examination, NEET examination. And whenever we cover some topic, it is going to be in the order so that you can track each and every topics that is being taught in the classroom. क्या हो जाएगा फिर? हाँ, the learning process will be so simple. You can start learning with us. It is going to be, once it is simple, you can learn more and more concept, more and more questions can be done. So at last, your performance will be having a very good hike. Then, top educators of the country are already there in the Plus platform. So those top educators who's having a very good experience might be knowing what are the kind of questions going to come, what is the exam pattern going to be, right? So they'll tell you how to prepare for these examinations, isn't it? So once you go along with that flow, don't you think you are going to make an immense performance for all the examinations? Yes. Practice test and live test series will make you more and more confident and will bring out the best in every one of you. For all these amazing features, if you're going for 12-month subscription, it will cost you 1,250 per month, and Do you want to pay that much of amount of money? नहीं, क्योंकि अमीर सर तो है, ये तो आपको डिस्काउंट भी दे देगा, which is AMB10. Use this code, get extra 10% of discount from the already mentioned prices. ठीक है, फिर तो क्या? Then I know that many of you will be thinking only these much of features we have while we start learning with Unacademy. For those, we are having some extra features while you go with Iconic subscription. Extra features such as personal mentor will be given, a person will be assigned to you, and he'll be telling how to make your preparation, what to study, and what should be a strategies for studies. All these things, this person will be there with you. Then live doubt solving classes will help you clear all your doubt. We teachers will be coming live. Then weekly reports will be given to you. Wow, wow, wow. So many amazing features you can enjoy with Iconic. And if you're going for 12-month subscription, it will cost you 2,333 per month. And use this code of AMB10 and get 10% of discount. And let me tell you, this is the best time for everyone to make the subscription, because if you make the subscription before 4th of October, extra 4 months will be given to you if you're going for 12-month subscription. Jaldi se jaldi, we all are expecting everyone to the platform as soon as possible, right? So, jaldi se jaldi aa jaiye. Now, it's time for MENTI, and I'm expecting every one of you in the MENTI. Jaldi se aa jaiye everyone, quickly. Whoever is here, we have 13 questions, okay, covering the entire topic of rotational motion, right? And I really want to see in today's class how many of my warriors were actually serious about this particular chapter. Let's see. At the end of the MENTI, I'll come to know. So those who haven't joined, jaldi se join kar le. How to join? Go to www.menti.com. Can you see the code here? Can every one of you see the code? It's 87474413. And if you can't see, I'll just write it down. Okay, so the code is 87474413. Use this code, everyone, quickly. Good evening, Kanaya. Where are you all? Don't you want to do lot many multiple choice questions from rotation? It's an important chapter. And those who have joined, please let me know what are your emojis, your simple. Center of gravity to we have learned, Shishir. Center of gravity to the initial part. Palak is umbrella. Let me search for umbrella. Okay, I can see the umbrella here. Others? Arey, where are you people? कहाँ रहते हैं आप लोग? जल्दी से आ जाइए, join the MENTI. Or should I be going, or should I be starting with the very first question without waiting for anyone? संजना आप केक हो? ठीक है. केक कहाँ है? ये केक है ना? I think it looks like a gift actually. Then हमको कहाँ है? फिर कहाँ है? Cake is then Pal is scorpion. Others, have you all joined? Vaishnavi is that volcano. I can't see any volcano. I can't see any volcano. अरे refresh करना पड़ेगा है ना? Let me try refreshing. Okay, so here it is. Now I can see, yeah, there are lot many. Very good. I was like, what is happening? Why no one is coming? Okay, now already almost 30 is here. Shall we start? Pooja, how to join? Go to www.menti.com and the code you have to use is 87474413. Up flower hai? So we are going to start with the very first question, right? I have waited enough for everyone. So shall I press? Press कर सकता है? और क्या सर, बिल्कुल press कर सकता है. तो मैं press किया. Okay, so the moment of inertia of a body does not depend upon. The moment of inertia of a body does not depend upon. So please underline that particular word, does not. The question is not to find out what is moment of inertia dependent upon, does not dependent upon. ठीक है, जल्दी से जल्दी. So we have started. Yes, Punita, please mark your answers. We have 14 seconds left. I hope every one of you can see the question, right? Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and dekhega what we have here. How many of you got it correct? Array. Only 3 to us, none of the above. Okay, so let us have a look at the leaderboard, then I'll explain how it is none of the above. Okay. We have 3 people on the top with the leaderboard, and Ashley was a person who gave me the answer so fast. Very good, Ashley, on the top. Then unknown boy Annie. Arey, theek hai, good. Then Carl we have. So I want every one of you to give me the correct answer next time. Wada, is it a promise? Yes, with a smile. कर सकता है, ठीक है. तो देख ले. So looking here, what was the question? The moment of inertia of a body does not depend upon. That was the question. Hai ya nahi? Ha. Now, what was the formula for moment of inertia? Everyone tell me. The moment of inertia I can be written as m into r square. Yes or no? And this is the axis, let's say. This is r and this is the mass m. Is mass of the body dependent upon moment of inertia? Yes, it is dependent upon the moment of inertia, or moment of inertia depend upon mass. Okay, so this is not our option. Distribution of mass in the body. Matlab, instead of keeping the mass here, let's say I am keeping the mass here. What will change? R value will change. If R value changes, won't moment of inertia change? Yes. So this is also not our option. Our option is to find out that one which does not depend upon moment of inertia. Mass depends, distribution of the mass also depends, and axis. Dekh le, instead of having the axis here, I am keeping the axis here, let's say. Okay, this is our new axis. What will change? Again, the distance to the mass will change. If the distance to the mass change, moment of inertia will also be changing. Which means these 3 are not our options, or let's say all these are dependent upon moment of inertia. So which option we should be going for? We should go for none of the above. समझ में आ गया सबको? सबको समझ में आ गया या नहीं? समझ में आ गया? Okay, so कोई गड़बड़ नहीं. Without any doubts, everyone with a smile. अरे बोल दे, जल्दी से बोल दे. Yes, Palak. Vaishnavi. So how many of you think that next question, sir, Pakka, we are going to try so harder and going to get the correct answer? How many of you do think? Radhe Radhe. Okay, so I hope you all are ready, and I also hope आप सब लोगों के पास pen or book है. So please take it seriously. जाइए. So I'm going to start the next question. देख ले, it is the second question. Pal, yes, very good. Answer fast to get more points. The radius of gyration of a disc of radius 25 centimeter about a centroidal axis perpendicular to the disc. ठीक है. Radius of gyration of a disc about its own axis, that's a question. I don't think it's a very big task for anyone in the classroom to give me the answer. How many of you already gave the answer? Bol de. How many of you already gave me the answer? I can see some of you already might have answered, right? Good, 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 good. Yes, Pal, done. Very good, very good. And what about others? We just have 19 seconds left. Jaldi se de de. And I hope every one of you can see the code, Anna. Whoever is new to the classroom, please look into the code. It's 8747-4413. Use this code, go to the Menti, apply this code and be a part of this quiz. Because we really going to see who is going to be the greatest warrior who is actually learning rotational motion to its best. And here we have 5 students got it correct. Array, kya ho gaya? What happened? Misclick. Okay, no worries, no worries. So misclick, so theek hai, but if you know the concept, it's totally fine, right? Now let's see who are those 5 students who got it correct. And after 2 questions, the leaderboard is like, oh, very good, Ani, very good. Keep it up, keep it that hard work constantly you're trying. And after 2 questions, Ani is on the top. Then we have Carl, Palak, Palak sir, key OP student, very good, Palak. Ashley, Pal, Devika. So these are the people who got it correct, very good. And everyone who is trying to get the correct answer, badhiya, right? Whether you are on top of the leaderboard or not, totally fine, because you're going to leave the classroom with so much of knowledge, and after solving a lot much of MCQs, keep that in mind, right? Okay, shall we solve this? Solve करने के लिए we'll move to the PPT. Now देख ले, the radius of gyration of a disc. Okay, we usually represent the radius of gyration with what? Obviously with the letter K. So if K is the radius of gyration, how will you write the moment of inertia of any body? It is written as mk square, isn't it? Yes. Now tell me, what is the real moment of inertia of a disc about an axis perpendicular and passing through a center of mass? What is it? Arey bol de, it is m r square by 2. This is equal to mk square. So cancel कर ले m, k value is equal to r divided by root 2, है ना? ये r कितना है? 25, है ना? root 2 कितना है? 1.4. So how much is this going to be? This can be written as 250 divided by 14. So tell me, 14 goes in 250 how many times? 1. Then what do you have? Almost 9. Then the easy method, don't solve the entire part, because here we are not to prove anyone that we know mathematics, right? How will you do in these kind of questions? Dekh le, it was 250 by 14. How I did? In 25, 14 goes one time, right? And how much is remaining from 4? Then 24, almost 11. So 110. In 110, 14, is it 12 or 18? Is it 2 or 8? 8 times, right? Almost close to 8 times. So we can go for the option is. Don't do the entire thing. Don't go for 110 divided by 14 kitna ho jayega. Look into the option and find your answer. Don't waste your time, because it is JEE exams you are going to write, or the NEET exam, or even your board exam is going to be multiple choice question. So one among your option is the correct answer. So don't do the entire calculation. Look into the option and find your answer so easily. Okay, done dana done, done dana done, or kya? So shall we move to the next? Shall we move to the next? Where? Shall we start? And those who haven't joined, I'll give you 5 seconds to join this MENTI, just 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. I hope you all know how to join, Anna. Go to www.menti.com. The code is given right here, 87474413. ठीक है? So I hope everyone is ready. And right now Annie is on the top, Anna. Let's see after this question who's going to be on the top. A shaft initially rotating at 1725 rotation per minute is brought to rest uniformly in 20 seconds. So initial angular velocity, final it is coming to 0. Time required is 20 seconds. The question is number of revolution that shaft will be making during this time. Okay? It's not a tough question, but you can easily get the answer. When? If you know how to proceed. Jaldi se kar le. Jaldi. Let me tell you, this is not just a part of doing so many questions and proving yourself in this MENTI. It is about what? Yes, it is about doing as many multiple choice questions as possible. Hi Priyanshu. Done. Okay, so only we have 5 more seconds left. Jaldi se kar le everyone, quickly. 3, 2, 1, and time is up. And हमारा पास क्या है? अरे almost 11 students. ये तो बढ़िया बात है. Now I'm happy. Now the number has started to increase slowly. आप मुझे खुश बना दिया. If you say the thing in Hindi. Okay, so let's see. Leaderboard पे कौन है after 3 questions? This was the third question, है ना? हाँ. 10 more questions are waiting for us. Very good, very good. How much? Yes, Ani is on the top. Then we have Carl. Then we have a Palak, Pal, Devika, Harshit. Harshit, very good. Harshit was the person who gave me the fastest correct answer. Very good, Harshit. Ashley, Harsh, just a random guy on internet. ठीक है, even the random guy is here in our classroom, so we should be feeling so proud and happy, है ना? Then Preeti Yadav, very good. So great, great everyone. Okay. Now, before we proceed, let us understand how this question can be done, है ना? बोल दे और क्या सर बिल्कुल हम करेगा. So, a shaft initially rotating at 1725 rotations per meter. What is given? Yes, angular velocity is given, but it is given in rotations per meter. How will you convert it into what? How will you convert into radians per seconds? 1725 rotations per minute. This is how you expand it and read it. One rotation is equal to 2 pi. 1725 rotation is equal to 1725 divided into 2 pi per minute. 1 minute is equal to 60. So the initial angular velocity is this much. It is coming to rest. So final कितना हो जाएगा? 0 हो जाएगा. And time is given as how much? हाँ बिल्कुल 20 seconds वो भी दे दिया. Question is number of revolutions. Okay, n has to be found out. Before directly finding out number of revolution, first what we can find out? We can find out the angle it makes, the amount of angle through which it has rotated. First let us find out. Is there any direct equation connecting omega 1, omega 2 time and theta? No. What do we have? Which equation we have? Those who don't remember the equation from rotation, I told you. Try to remember the equation from one-dimensional motion. Similar is the equation in rotational motion also, है ना? V square is equal to final angular velocity square omega 2 square is equal to omega 1 square plus 2 alpha theta. Start substituting. देख ले. Omega 2 is equal to 0. Yes. Omega 1 is equal to 1725 into 2 pi divided by 60 the whole square. And if I take a 2 alpha theta to the left hand side, how much it is going to be? 2 alpha theta with a negative sign, and theta will be equal to divided by 2 alpha with a negative sign. Right? I have just written everything so directly. Array, for finding out theta, what is remaining? Yes, the alpha value is remaining. How to find alpha? Everyone knows, सबको पता है, बोल दे. Alpha is omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by time. 0 minus omega 1 is 1725 into 2 pi by 60 and divided by time is equal to how much? 20 with a negative sign. बस alpha का भी value मिल गया. Tell me, can I write it directly? Right, so that we can save a lot much of space. Minus 1725 into 2 pi by 60 the whole square. 2 alpha is also having the same value 1725 2 pi by 60. So one of this will cancel, na? So how much will be remaining? Tell me directly. 1725 into 2 pi divided by 60, right? Because one is being cancelled. Then minus minus will get cancelled. ये 2 already है and this is cancel, ये 20 ऊपर आ जाएगा. बस हो गया तो हो गया. This is the total theta, है ना? This is total theta. Is that our question? बिल्कुल नहीं. Theta is not our question. हमारा question ये है कि the number of revolutions made. We know that one revolution, if it makes, how many angles it makes? Tell me. If it is one revolution, right? What is the angle it covers? 2 pi. Right? So how will you find out the number of revolutions here? Total amount of angle divided by 2 pi will help you find out the number of revolutions, because one revolution is 2 pi. So to find out the number of revolutions here, divided by 2 pi. How much will happen? 2 pi cancel ho jayega, right? 20 by 2 will be 10. 10 into 1725. Then 10, 1725, 2 pi is cancelled, divided by 60. What is cancelling? 0 zeros will cancel, and what do we have? 17 divided by 6, isn't it? Yes. So 17, 6, how many times? 2, right? 2. Then which is the only answer starting with 2? It is option C. तो मिल गया हमको आंसर, बस उतना ही है ना? Only this much. Now let me ask you, should you have to actually complete the calculation here? मत कर ले, objective problem है. No one is asking whether you know division and multiplication. So don't do the entire mathematics and spend your time over here, right? Because you already know 17 by 6 is 2. So the only option starting with 2 ये है, वो टिक कर ले, आगे बढ़ जा, because you have lot many questions waiting for you. Sir, how did all the students do the long calculation in their mind? लगता है कि वो मेरा variance है ना, बहुत amazing है. Okay. So shall we proceed? Proceed कर सकता है? कर सकता है? Palak ready? ठीक है. Everyone is ready? Ready for the next? Very good. Hi Kra. Hello. If everyone is ready, please let me know some, or let me have some hearts in the chat box. Jaldi. If you all are ready and eagerly waiting for the next question to get started, let me see some heart in the chat box. Jaldi. Go for it quickly. Jaldi, 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 jaldi. Shall I start? Shall I? Shall I? Where is the love? I can't find any heart in the class. Lazy हो गया ना मेरा? All my various lazy हो गया क्या? Yes, now I can see Madhusmita, Palak, Ikra. Okay, question is here. If you all have given the art, what tricks to avoid long calculations? Maybe I'll take an extra session, okay, regarding Vedic maths. So many important methods or simple methods are there to do the calculations. I'll tell you. Okay, don't worry, I'll update. Very good question, Sankhamitra. Good that you asked me. Question kar le. A man standing on a platform hold weight in his outstretched arms. Okay. The system is rotated about a central vertical axis. Now the question is, if the man now pull the weight inwards close to his body, then what all things will happen? We already have discussed. How many of you do remember that case with the ballet dancer? I told you, Anna, ballet dancer initially she'll be rotating by stretching her hands, and when she take her hands inside, what will happen? We have discussed. Based on that, do this problem and do check all the options. Arey, time to ho gaya. And very good. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you, because those who have only understood the entire concept, only B, instead of marking this, the angular moment of the system will remain constant, which everyone might be knowing. Only those students who know the concept will be going for the option of all of the above, because all the three options are correct here. Very good. I'm really proud of you. Very good. Let's see what are the scores after 4 questions or 5 questions. I think 4 or 5. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Annie is constantly giving a correct answer. Annie, very good, Annie. Very good, very good. Carl Gustav, we have right below Annie. Then we have Palak, very good. Ashley, Pal, Harsh, Devika, Vaibhav, Harshad, Anurag. Anurag was the fastest person. Good, Anurag. So keep on fighting. I want your name on the top. Okay, so keep on fighting. So shall we do this? Dekh le. Let's see how this question can be done. Okay, dekh le. A person standing on a platform is holding some weight with his hand stretched, right? Okay, you very well know that if that person takes that particular thing, which means that weight inside, the distribution of the mass decreases. And what will also decrease? Yes, the moment of inertia value I will decrease because I का formula क्या था? mr square है ना? If r value, the distance from the axis of rotation will decrease once he take all those weight close to his body. If r decreases, moment of inertia will also be decreasing. But we know that one thing is going to be a constant. What is a constant value going to be? Tell me, what is the external torque acting on the body? Torque का value कितना है? No torque is acting on the body, matlab no one is rotating the body or nothing. It is itself rotating. So torque is equal to 0. And if torque is equal to 0, L value is a constant. I hope you do remember. So the angular momentum of the system will remain constant as the net torque acting on the body is equal to 0. Then if angular momentum is equal to a constant, we can write what the formula for angular momentum? I omega. That is a constant, right? Okay. A person take his hands inside, close to his arms. We already have discussed I will be decreasing, right? I omega has to be a constant. If I decreases, what should be happening to the value of omega? Omega should be increasing, which means the angular velocity of the system should increase, right? Next, what will happen to the kinetic energy? Formula for kinetic energy. I hope you do remember the equation of kinetic energy from linear motion. P square by 2m. Yes or no? P square by 2m. सबको याद है? Okay. Or I don't want to actually make the comparison here. Tell me, what's the kinetic energy in rotation? Don't consider this. Kinetic energy in rotation, half I omega square. है या नहीं? हाँ. Now, I'm going to multiply I on numerator and denominator. तो ये क्या हो गया? I omega the whole square. I omega क्या था? Angular momentum. Shall I write? हाँ. So this is L square I omega the whole square by 2I is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to angular momentum. Here, angular momentum constant. So because of angular momentum, no change is happening to kinetic energy. But it is inversely proportional to I. I decrease हो जाएगा. As I is inversely proportional to kinetic energy, what happened to kinetic energy? Kinetic energy will increase. So option C is also correct. आ गया तो आ गया, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया, अच्छे से समझ में आ गया, बोल दे हाँ सर बिल्कुल हमको अच्छे से समझ में आ गया, मजा भी आ गया. ओके, सो पीपल आर आस्किंग सर 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 हमारा मेंटी का कोड क्या है? मेंटी का कोड ये है, देख सकता है मेंटी का कोड? अभी देख सकता है श्रेय कुमारी? हाँ, हु आस्क्ड मी? ऋतु? आ गया तो आ गया, समझ तो आ गया. द कोड इज ऑन टॉप 87474413. Okay, so those who haven't joined, jaldi se join kar le. I'm expecting every one of you. Okay, before we go to the next question, I hope you all are loving the session and understanding all the question. तो किसको wait कर रहा है? Go and like the session. I'll also understand that हाँ, all my students are loving the session. Okay, so let's try to have maximum likes in the classroom. You'll think that sir is so eager to get so much of like instead of taking the class. Isn't it a small appreciation you can give to all the teachers, right? That's right. So, because when I take my own video and if I see lot many likes, I'll be like, हाँ, students को समझ में आ रहा है. You can give all your feedbacks as comment also. I'll do appreciate. अगला question. The moment of inertia of a uniform circular disk of mass m and radius r about a line perpendicular to the plane of the disk through the center. Okay. If it was a complete disk, you know the formula. If it is a semicircular disk, it's again very simple. Sir, number. नंबर बता दो, like 1 के अपने आप ही हो जाएगा. अरे यार, we are not supposed to share any personal information in the classroom. So jaldi we have 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Dolly sir, you are the super teacher. अरे, thank you so much. Done Archie. ठीक है फिर. Okay, and very good. ये तो बढ़िया बात है. 17 students got the answer correct, right? I think you have given the answer as mr square by 2 by understanding the concept. Anyway, very good. Congrats. with a smile. देखेगा लीडर बोर्ड पे क्या है. In the leader board हमारा साथ है. Very good. Annie is constantly known as Annie is like I don't want anyone to cross me. I want to be always on the top. Very good, Annie. Then Ashley is constantly improving her marks. Very good, Ashley. Then we have Carl, Pal, Harsh, Vaibhav, Palak, then Anurag, Harshit, and Arpin, Sahid, Bhagat Singh. अरे बाप रे, seems like भगत सिंह का fan भी है. Okay, बढ़िया. So, shall we see how to this question can be done? बहुत बढ़िया, simple है. Very simple it is. देख ले, everyone. This is not the question. अरे यार. Okay, now let's see. We know that we have a disk, right? A semicircular disk is what we are having, right? A semicircular disk of mass m and radius r. And the question is, what is its moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular, right? Which means if you are having a perpendicular axis like this, perpendicular to the plane, what is its moment of inertia? We have no idea for a semicircular disk what it is. But we do have an idea of, if it is a complete disk, what is the moment of inertia? So I'm going to take one more semicircular disk of same mass m and radius r. Now what happened if you combine these two semicircular disks? It became entire disk. इसका formula हमको पता है. What is the formula? mr square by 2 है ना. I disk is equal to I, the moment of inertia of the entire disk is half mr square. But here, as we have combined two of them, mass became 2m r square, right? This is the total moment of inertia of this entire disk, है ना. So if this is the total moment of inertia, what will be the moment of inertia of this semicircular disk? Exactly half. Moment of inertia is the analog of mass, है ना. So if you are having this bigger mass, if it is having a capital mass of m, if you cut exactly into half and someone asks you what is the mass, how much will it be? M by 2. Similarly, the total moment of inertia of the entire disk is this much. We have got it by the formula we already know. आधा cut कर ले, ठीक है. And someone asks you what is the moment of inertia of this semicircular disk, that will be equal to the total moment of inertia divided by 2. How much is it? Half will cancel. So this is total moment of inertia of the disk is mr square and by 2. So we got the same formula, which is mr square by 2 as our answer. देख ले, समझ में आ गया सबको? समझ में आ गया सबको? बोल दे. और क्या सर, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. क्यों नहीं समझ में आ गया, है ना. अरे यार चेंज कर ले पेज. हाँ, चेंज तो हो गया. सर अगर आपको फॉर्मूलाज की जनना था तो इतनी लाइन का क्यों, मतलब I can't even understand what that Hindi means. So anyone who haven't joined the MENTI, jaldi join kar le. You can find out how to join. Go to www.menti and the code is 87474413. Last 5 seconds, those who haven't joined till now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Is the code blur? I'll write it down. Dekh le. It's 87474413. Those who can't see this code, I'll write it down once. It is, अच्छा वाला color भी नहीं है. It is 87474413. Now I hope everyone can see this code. Okay, so yes, I think it's time to start with the next quiz. I know that all my warriors are waiting. So शुरू किया हम अगले question. ठीक है. So don't make mistake here. Two bodies of the same material have the moment of inertia in the ratio of 16:18. In a ratio of moment of inertia is given as 16:18. Question क्या है? If this is given, what is the ratio of their masses? Think properly before you give the answer. There are so many different ways you can go wrong here. So don't do that. because you all are Ameer Basith's students, right? You all are warriors. You are super. So try to avoid careless mistakes. Sir, अपने किस lecture में center of gravity is the point where the entire mass of the body is acting, right? Or where the gravitational force is acting, right? Which means center of mass and center of gravity almost have the same meaning, right? Then lever ka problem. Didn't I teach you about torque, right? Didn't I teach you how to find out the net torque? Yes, use that concept. It's about lever. It is not like a different topic. It's about torque itself and using it in the lever. That's all. Very good, very good. For this, I know that it takes some guts, and to give answers like this cannot be obtained. Yeah, you should be having a real knowledge. Very good. I'm so happy that many of you have a very good idea about this. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. ठीक है. After 6 questions, 7 questions. 7 question तो हो गया ना. And लीडर बोर्ड पे हमको क्या दिख सकता है? लीडर बोर्ड ये कह रहा है कि Ani is on the top still now. Arre, everyone keep on fighting. And Ashley is second. Carl Gustav, Anurag, very good. Anurag is constantly making a very good jump. Okay. Let's see who's going to win the session at last. Harsh, Devika, Preeti, Vaibhav and Palak. These are the situations after 6 questions, I suppose. Okay. So, shall we do? Shall we see how to find the answer? देख ले. The moment of inertia, ये ink है. There should be some power for me. Sometimes I wish, right? We don't have to go for picking up that pen all the time. Once I think this pen should start working. वो तो नहीं हो रहा है. तो ठीक है. Moment of inertia of A, how will you find? That is equal to the mass of A into K of A the whole square. ये K of A कहाँ से आ गया? K of A is what? Yes, it is the radius of gyration. सबको पता है. And similarly, how will you write I of B? MB uska radius of gyration the whole square, right? So once you take the ratio, IA by IB is equal to MA KA square by MB KB square, है ना? This value is given in the question. देख ले. तो substitute कर ले. 16 by 18. Let's see, after substituting, will you get any relationship for its masses? Will you get any relationship for its masses from here? No, because क्योंकि हमारा पास we don't have any information related to what the radius of gyration of both the bodies. तो कुछ तो मिल जाएगा, कुछ भी नहीं मिल जाएगा, है ना? कुछ भी नहीं मिल जाएगा. So what we can say, yes, it cannot be obtained. If something cannot be obtained, you should be very firm and you should be very, let's say that डर के आगे जीत है ना. So वो मन चाहिए आपको. You should be, yes, really going for that option, whatever you think is correct. ठीक है. बस अगला क्वेश्चन तो हमको इंतजार कर रहा है. बोल दे आप लोग भी इंतजार कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे हैं? करके करके एक बार मैं तो ऐसे रोटेट करके गिरेगा लगता है मुझे. सर आई एम ऋतु, मैंने ज्वाइन किया, मेरे नाम टॉप 10 में आए तो प्लीज ले लेना. अरे बिल्कुल टॉप 10 में. इफ आई कैन सी द नेम ऑफ एनी पर्सन, obviously I'll be taking the name. Let's say there is a list of 100 students of my various. अरे क्लास पे उतना नहीं है. How many we have? 37 students. If all 37 names are there, obviously I'll call out everyone's name. क्यों क्या हो गया देव? ठीक है. So we were expecting a very good fight. So many of the students have joined so late. Seems like some exams are going on in your schools and all. I think so, right? Anyway, अगले question. Those who haven't joined, jaldi MENTI join कर ले and answer this. Okay, question क्या है? When a sphere rolls down an inclined plane, regarding the rolling motion, we have learned in yesterday's class only. ठीक है. Then identify the correct statement related to the work done by friction force. ठीक है, कर ले, अच्छे से कर ले. Work done by friction force, which statement is going to be the correct? All of the above is also there, but don't think that as I have mentioned all of the above, हाँ सर तो बोल दिया वही correct answer हो जाएगा. It can be a trap also. So yes, don't fall for the traps and don't let others fool you. So you should be only going for the answer whichever you think it is correct. तो कर ले। एंड हमारा चैट बॉक्स पे क्या हो रहा है? इजी पीसी एप्पल, बिल्कुल बढ़िया। ओके ऋतु, बढ़िया बात है। हर्ष, everyone is giving that the option is C. C is the answer. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बढ़िया मेरा बच्चा लोग पढ़ रहे हैं ना आजकल. I can see that you all are learning the topics and concept. I'm so happy as your teacher. Anyway, देखेगा लीडर बोर्ड का अवस्था क्या है. अवस्था मतलब I hope you know. अवस्था means the situation. अवस्था is actually a Malayalam word. Those who don't know. Okay. Leaderboard पे we can see that अरे Ani is like, I won't let anyone to cross me, whatever you do. ठीक है, let's see whether Ani is going to be on the top till the end. Pal is also making a very good hike all the time, giving the correct answer. Then we have Carl, Anurag. Anurag थोड़ा थोड़ा ऊपर आ रहा है Anurag. Are you going to make your way till on the top? Let's see. Ashley, Devika, Preeti, Dev, Gupta, Harsh. अरे देव, even after joining late आप तो इधर तक आ गया, बढ़िया बात है. Harsh and Vaibhav. Good, 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 good. बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया. So let's do this question, right? Tell me. Question is regarding what? Question is regarding the work done by friction for a sphere which is rolling down an inclined surface. Okay. This is our inclined surface. Let's say this inclined length is equal to S. है ना? Okay. So a sphere which is on the top is rolling down. Which direction friction force acts? Upward. Now tell me, this friction force, or let's say this rolling motion body is having two kinds of motion. Which is it? One is a translational motion, the other one is rotational motion, right? So friction will be doing a work in a translational motion, plus work will also be done by frictional force in rotation also. ठीक है, we are supposed to find out the total work done. First, let us find out the work done by friction in its translational motion formula. Force into, right, the displacement. If the sphere moves from the top to the bottom, what the displacement it makes? S. Fs cos of theta. Isn't that the complete formula? Tell me what is the angle? Displacement is S downward, friction is upward, it is 180. ये हो गया minus Fs. Okay, ठीक है. Even after doing till here also, you should be knowing if minus Fs is coming, right, there is a possibility of work done coming as a positive for the rotation and the total work done has to be 0. You can always make guesses before you complete the problem actually. ठीक है. Work done by rotation का formula. Tau theta cos theta. Force is tau, displacement is angular displacement, cos of the angle between them. Okay. Tell me what is the torque acting? The torque is equal to R cross F and R into F. I'm going to write the same. Then how will you write theta? Theta and displacement ka value. Theta is equal to displacement divided by radius. Do you remember? Theta is equal to S by R. I think from 9th standard or 10th standard. ठीक है. Theta is equal to how much? S divided by R. Okay. And what about the angle between them? Angle is, देख ले, it is rotating in the torque is given in which direction? In this direction, in the anti-clockwise direction, right? Okay. And it is also rotating in which direction? In the anti-clockwise direction. So theta हो गया 0. So R cancel कर ले, Fs minus Fs plus Fs add कर ले, क्या हो जाएगा work done? 0 हो जाएगा. So 0 हो गया तो total work done by the friction force हो जाएगा 0. बस डन डनाडन उतना ही है. समझ तो आ गया? समझ तो आ गया तो बिल्कुल मजा भी आ जाएगा. Avocado is selling Ameer Basith is real name of sir. हाँ ठीक है. हाँ हाँ. Thank you so much for helping me out there, for letting the other student, those who don't know. हाँ बिल्कुल शिशिर, और क्या, मैं तो whatever it is there I'll be teaching you complete NCERT, पूरा topics for your JEE also I'll be covering. Okay, don't worry at all शिशिर, मेरे साथ हो जाए. Okay, we are going to cover everything. More than 90 inboards. अरे बाप रे, ठीक है. So everyone is like, sir, अगला question. We all are waiting. अरे क्यों नहीं जा रहा है, क्यों नहीं जा रहा है, गुस्सा आ रहा है ना? अरे जाइए भाई. हाँ, thank God. क्वेश्चन आ गया, तो हम शुरू कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. 2 हफ्ते पहले क्लास नहीं, अरे I was taking classes for the entire 1.5 months or almost 2 months. मैं कभी कहीं नहीं गया. Okay. If R is the radius of gyration of a body of mass m and radius R, its actual radius is small r and its mass is m, its radius of gyration, instead of using the letter K, they have used R. Okay. Question is ratio of rotational to translational kinetic energy का ratio कितना हो जाएगा? तो जल्दी से आंसर दे दे, ठीक है. In the meantime, I'll also sit for a short interval of time. Hi Sophia, I'm all good. Thank you so much for asking. जल्दी से उत्तर दे दे. We only have 14 seconds left. It's a very simple question. Don't make mistake here, okay? And even if you make mistake, give me the answer, please. And let's see what do we have here. अरे 11 students got it correct. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. I think many of you have taken this chapter so seriously. Else this particular question, 11 students getting the correct answer, it's not so possible. Very good. And leaderboard पे क्या है, leaderboard पे क्या है, कुछ तो है ना? Okay, देख ले first and second पे very small difference is there, so anyone can be on the top. Anurag, I'm liking it really. This hard work you have put. आप इधर था and you are here somehow after giving your entire hard work. Very good, Anurag. Keep it up. Then we have Carl, Devika, Preeti, Ashley, Harsh, Dev Gupta, and Vaibhav. ठीक है, बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया, amazing. So let's see how this question can be done. Okay. If R is the radius of gyration of a body of mass m, if R is the radius of gyration, how will you write the formula for moment of inertia? Mk square it is, but instead of k, they have given that R is it. So I equal to mr square. Fine. Question is ratio of rotational kinetic energy. Kinetic energy rotation to kinetic energy translation. This is the question. Write down their equation separately, bus. Half I omega square divided by half m v square. है ना? Half you can actually cancel it at the moment itself. Then I can be written as mass into r square, which is radius of gyration. Omega we all know. V by r, radius it is, not radius of gyration. Omega is V by radius of the body, not radius of gyration. So don't make a mistake there. So omega is equal to V by small r the whole square, right? Divided by half m v square. अरे half तो initially cancel हो गया. क्यों लिखता है मैं? m cancel. V square cancel, and what remains? Capital R square by small r square. बस मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर भी मिल गया, मजा भी आ गया, समझ भी आ गया, मुस्कुराहट भी आ गया, है ना? बोल दे हाँ सर, क्यों नहीं, सब आ गया, सब आ गया, सब आ गया. तो अगले क्वेश्चन के लिए तैयारी कर ले. हाँ, फाइनली. अरे 9th question, we are only left with some more questions, so take this seriously. And let me tell you, the remaining 4 questions will be a bit tough compared to other questions which you have attended. So देख ले the code, those who are new here, those who don't know, the code is 87474413. जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी. Ritima, yes. Unknown. Okay, very good. Shall we start? शुरू कर सकता है ना? 5 seconds for new students who haven't joined. Jaldi se 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. शुरू कर ले. Okay, शुरू कर दिया. 9th question. Yes, Ritu is helping out all the students. The code is also given by Ritu 87474413. Yes, it is correct. We have a 54. A solid sphere rolls down two different inclined planes of the same height but of different inclination. Height is same but the inclination of the inclined plane वो theta है ना, वो different है. ठीक है. In that case, the question is to compare the speed once it reaches at the bottom and the time required to reach at the bottom. Not a big deal. Everyone can do it. तो अच्छे से कर ले. Even if you think that you don't know the complete answer, please try to work out, because once I start explaining it, you'll be able to connect all those missing points and at last you'll understand the entire thing. So last 3, 2, 1 and ho gaya, time is up. Let's see how many of you. Good. If you all are giving these kind of tough question, actually this is a JEE question, you can say. It's a JEE question. If you are solving means must. Badhiya. So to all the 13, not to all the 13 students, to every students who have attended this quiz, congrats. And leaderboard pe kya hai? Let's see. I think Pal is going to overtake this time. Are. Very good, Pal. Dekh le, one question, if someone goes wrong, aise there will be a huge difference in the leaderboard. So Pal is on the top. Then we have Anurag. Then we have Carl, Annie, Preeti, Ashley, Dev, Harsh, Devika and Palak. And actually Palak was a person who gave the answer so fast. Good. Everyone is doing अच्छे से कर रहा है. देख ले. Right. A solid sphere rolls down two different inclined planes of the same height. आ जाए भाई. Okay. So आ गया. So this is our inclination. In both the cases है ना, the height h is same. Shall I write here? Okay. If the height is same, can you tell me what will be the initial energy associated with this? Potential energy, which is equal to mgh, right? It will be the same in both the cases. Now tell me, this body which is at some height of h, which is actually possessing initial potential energy of mgh, once it comes to the bottom, what is it getting converted to? It is converted as the rotational kinetic energy. Yes or no? Yes. So can't I equate the initial potential energy is equal to the final kinetic energy formula, half m v square 1 plus I by mr square. Wasn't this the formula of body which is undergoing rolling motion? Kinetic energy. Yes. In both the cases, mass, g and height will be the same. So 1 plus I by mr square will be constant because it is the same sphere. Mass is again same. So if all the things are same, the velocity value, won't it also be the same? Bilkul. Which means once it rolls down from the same height, though their inclinations are different, if it is theta 1 in the first case and theta 2 in the second case, velocity doesn't have any influence on this theta 1 or theta 2. Matlab, velocity will be same in both the cases. Question is, what about the time taken? Okay. Now for finding out the time taken, we can make use of this formula. Just like V is equal to U plus AT, here we have, we can actually use V is equal to U plus AT. And V equal to U plus AT. Considering this linear motion or translational motion of the body, we can write the formula of V equal to U plus AT. What is the final velocity in both the cases? It's same. What is the initial velocity? It's at 0. So the time is equal to V by A. And U is 0, V by A will be time. The question is to compare the time. Dekh le. Acceleration ka formula, how many of you do remember? For a rolling body acceleration, yes. G sine theta 1 plus I by mr square or k square by r square, whatever it is. Acceleration is dependent upon theta. Yes or no? The one which is having a larger theta acceleration will also be larger, isn't it? The one which has a greater inclination, the acceleration of that body will also be larger. If the acceleration is larger, what happens? As it is inversely proportional to time, time to कम ही हो जाएगा, है ना? Yes or no? Yes. Which means the time totally depends upon what? Time totally depends upon theta value. So time of descent will be different, but speed will be the same. Option B. बस समझ में आ गया अच्छे से? हाँ, समझ में आ गया सबको? अच्छे से. Awesome, awesome. In an amazing way. अरे बोल दे, इधर तो अपडेट कर ले मुझे. सर तो पूछ रहा है. लगता है कि इधर झगड़ा हो रहा है. People are fighting. Okay, so shall we start with the 10th question? Yes, seems like everyone is in the fight and everyone I see chal raha hai. No one is concerned about the mentee. Is it so? I don't think so because I know that my warriors do love me a lot. ठीक है, तो अगले क्वेश्चन के लिए रेडी हो जा. In the 10th question, only 3 more questions will be left after this. Okay. For the same total mass, okay, which of the following will have the largest moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of mass and perpendicular to the plane of the body? Okay. अच्छे से कर ले. So for doing this problem, you should be knowing the moment of inertia of each and everything, right? So by doing this problem, I'll also get to know that how many of you have a very good knowledge. Actually, we don't have to do this problem also. ऐसे ही कर सकता है. Last 8 seconds, those who haven't given the answer, जल्दी से कर ले. Do it and give me the correct answer. Okay, time is up. Okay. Let me see how many of you have given the correct answer. Very good, very good. Anybody could have guessed this answer instead of doing the problem ऐसे. Anybody could have guessed. It is very easy problem. So, okay, by using this, I think it is easier, है ना? It is easily, the page is getting turned. बढ़िया बात है. Leader board पे क्या है? Very good, Pal is now on the top. Anurag came to the second position. Anurag, very good. Carl, we have Annie is there. Then what happened to Annie? Give the fight. Give everyone the tough fight. And Preeti, we have Dev. Hare, Dev is constantly increasing. Very good, Dev. Ashley, Devika, Harsh, Palak sir की OP student. Very good. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. तो क्वेश्चन तो कराएगा. क्वेश्चन तो let's do it. Okay, so I'll just tell you how to do it. I don't want every one of you to keep on writing the moment of inertia of every body. देख ले, a disk का moment of inertia mr square by 2. Those who want me to write, I can write. For a ring, mr square, right? A square lamina of side 2r. Square का formula m by 6 square of the radius, है ना? Which means square of the side. Side is how much? 2r. So 2r the whole square, right? Now 4 rods forming a square of side 2r. One rod itself, about its center, we know what's the formula, ml square by 12, right? Okay, there is four such rods are there. So don't you think that instead of just finding out the moment of inertia of this, the moment of inertia will be very huge compared to all these values? Yes or no? बोल दे. हाँ sir, बिल्कुल ऐसे ही हो जाएगा. So don't you think that it is the option D which will be having the greatest moment of inertia? After the class, you can actually do the moment of inertia of this rod actually. Okay, the rod, it is completely kept like a square. Okay, so yes, it's an obvious thing. So it is the option D which is going to be the correct answer. कर सकता है ना? Everyone will be doing it after the class. Promise? हाँ, is it a promise? अच्छा वाला promise. ओके तो अगले क्वेश्चन के लिए हमको जाएगा हेलो वैरियर्स आई एम हैविंग दिस मच ऑफ एनर्जी आप सब लोगों को एनर्जी कहाँ जाता है यू आर लिसनिंग टू द क्लास आई नो दैट यस यू ऑल आर doing the problems from there giving your hard work but still don't you think you all should be having a energy greater than me है ना yes yes so I think everyone is ready and how many of we have in the almost 20 students are there ठीक है तो let's start the menti तो शुरू कर सकता है ना okay a horizontal disk rotates freely with angular velocity omega about a vertical axis through its center okay a ring having the same mass and radius as that of the disk is gently placed coaxially on the disk okay after some time the two rotate with a common angular velocity then ठीक है not a big deal I hope you understood initially a disk was rotating with an angular velocity omega think that my palm was actually a disk it was rotating ऐसे right on top of it a ring which was initially at rest we are slowly keeping on top of it question is which option is going to be correct in this particular situation all of the above is also there so please check all the options thoroughly 10 seconds 9 seconds everyone quickly 6 5 एनर्जी तो बहुत कम है एनर्जी इज वेरी लेस but anyway I have 9 students who got the correct answer this is very good I'm totally happy I'm totally thrilled okay so let's see who all those 9 students are and also let's find out who's on the top पे कौन है लीडर बोर्ड के टॉप पे Pal is there. Anurag, I think Anurag somehow will make his way to the top of the leaderboard, it seems. Then Carl, Unknown, Annie, Preeti, Dev, Ashley, Devika, Harsh, Saloni. Very good, very good. Everyone is having a good fight. I know that not just these people on the leaderboard is giving their tough fight. Everyone is there, I know that. You don't have to worry even if your name is not there on the leaderboard. Everyone is learning this topic. So it's better, right? We are doing so many multiple choice questions from the chapter of rotation and we are understanding. What else you need more than this? क्या चाहिए आप लोगों को कुछ नहीं चाहिए है ना ठीक है तो देख ले ओके सो अरे आ जाइए भाई है ना आ जाइए क्यों परेशान कर रहा है मेरा बोर्ड मुझे ओके देख ले सो इनिशियली वी वर हैविंग अ डिस्क देख ले दिस वाज द डिस्क I'm marking so that it will be considered as a disk. It was, let's say it was rotating with some angular velocity omega. Is it given? I think it is given, right? On top of it, there was a ring, right? Initially, both of them were not touching. Now, once you keep this particular ring on top of this disk, what happens? After some time, both of them will start moving with a common angular velocity. Is there any external torque acting between them? No. If external torque is 0, what is going to be conserved? Angular momentum of the system is conserved. But we cannot say the option B is the correct answer क्योंकि हमारा पास all of the above भी है. So we can check one more option. First option is no friction exists between the disc and the ring. ऐसे कैसे? Initially देख ले friction will be acting because what is happening? The disc was rotating with omega and ring was not rotating. So once you keep the ring on top of the disc, what happens? The disc will be rotating ऐसे. There is a relative motion between them. If there is a relative motion, friction will be existing. So no friction exists, that's a wrong option. Friction exists, do exist. Final angular velocity, we know how to do this problem, right? Because I have told you, angular momentum is conserved. I1 omega 1 is I2 omega 2. Substitute the value of I1 and I2, which you already know. Substitute kar le and get the value for omega 2, and you will know that it is not the option C. Okay, this you can do, right? We have done this kind of problem so many times in this class itself. तो जरूरत भी नहीं है ना? So all of the above नहीं है. So we have our first the option B as our correct answer. अरे आजा भाई. So those who haven't joined MENTI, I want every one of you to join as soon as possible. Right? The code is 87474413. It's a 12th question, and we are just having 2 more questions, and this MENTI will tell, right? What is it going to tell? Will tell who have learned this chapter of rotation in the very amazing way. ठीक है? Yes, shall we? Everyone. Okay, कर ले. Question start reading and let's see. Okay. Understood. One disk was actually rotating with an angular velocity of omega naught, and its initial kinetic energy is k naught, right? To this, a second disk which was initially at rest, you are placing on top of it. What will be conserved here? Angular momentum is conserved. We have done many problems like this. ठीक है. Question is not regarding angular momentum, but we have to use a concept of angular momentum anyway. ठीक है. Question is, what is the change in kinetic energy? मतलब find out the final kinetic energy, subtract it with the initial kinetic energy, and how much it is going to be. A simple method is there actually. I'll tell you, which can help you rule out 2 options from this. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, हो गया. How many of you got it? अरे 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 बिल्कुल सही बहुत बढ़िया. Okay, हिंदी तो नहीं आ रहा है fluent से. So ठीक है. I hope things will get better है ना. Anyway, the final answer is going to be minus k naught by 2. Very good, बढ़िया. And leader board पे हमारा लीडर बोर्ड पे क्या दे दिया है? Is it Pal still on the top? Okay. You can see that the competition is so tough. Some 50-60 mark difference is only there between Pal and Anurag. Anyone can be on the top, and Ani also started to move up, right? So she is also having, and I think everyone is having small differences only, right? Let's see after the very last question. आप सब लोग कहाँ हो जाएगा? What will be the final leaderboard, है ना? ठीक है. So before this, let us solve this. So initially only this particular disk, okay, I'll tell you, there is a simple method of doing this. Initially it was having kinetic energy k naught. Once you place the second disk, what happens? Tell me, what will be the real life situation once you keep another disk on top of it? It will slow down. मतलब kinetic energy won't it be decreasing? बिल्कुल kinetic energy decrease हो जाएगा. So change in kinetic energy, final minus initial, lesser minus larger, won't it be a negative value? Obviously. So we can rule out the option A and D as A, which means the option B and C is only going to be the correct answer. Which means from 4 options, don't you all have increased the probability of getting the correct answer? Okay. One way of getting more close to the answer is this way. Okay, anyway, we'll do in the actual method. Initially, there was only one disk which was rotating with the omega naught, and its kinetic energy is k naught. How will you write it as a formula? Half, right? I, let's say the moment of inertia of this disk is I, and omega naught square. ठीक है ना? So now what you're doing, you are going to keep this particular disk. Obviously the moment of inertia is going to be the same, and you're going to keep this the second disk on top of the first disk. What you can see after some time? You can see that after some time, right, these 2 disks will start rotating with a common value of omega. If you can get that common value of omega, won't you be able to get the final kinetic energy? Yes or no? Yes. So we can find that out. So let's find out the final value of angular velocity. Any method? I'll think from here, you think from there. Any method? How many questions we did on the same concept? We can make use of the concept of conservation of angular momentum, because no torque. I1 omega 1 is I2 omega 2. What is the initial moment of inertia? Only this disk. I. Its angular velocity is omega naught. ठीक है. What is the I2? One disk is I. If there are two disks rotating, I plus I just add कर ले, it is a scalar quantity. So I2, 2I हो जाएगा. That is omega 2. So I cancel. Omega 2 will be omega naught by 2. You can see that moment of inertia became 2 times of I and angular velocity become half. So let's find out what is the final kinetic energy going to be. Half I. What is the moment of inertia? Two disks are there which each having moment of inertia of I. So I plus हो गया 2I. ठीक है. 2I and the omega value. The omega 2 in that case is omega naught by 2. So omega naught by 2 the whole square. I hope it is visible. है ना? So this is by 4. This 2 is already there. So how much? Half I omega naught square by 2. Okay, 4, this 2 will get cancelled. Tell me, half I omega naught square can be written as how much? K naught, and by 2 will be there. Matlab, final kinetic energy is K naught by 2. Initial kinetic energy is K naught. So difference will be final K naught by 2 minus K naught. वो कितना हो जाएगा? Minus K naught by 2. Now we have confirmed हमारा option कोई change नहीं है. It is option B. है ना? बोल दे जल्दी से. हाँ सर, हाँ बिल्कुल सही है. The very last question. The very last super का duper, duper का ऊपर का question. Let's see who is going to be on top of the leaderboard. That exciting moment. Is it going to be Pal, Anurag, Annie, Carl, or someone else is going to pop up on the top? देखेगा. Doubt है ऋतु? क्या है doubt? Doubt है किसी को? So shall we? I know that everyone is excited, maybe excited हो. So जल्दी से कर ले and let me know. जल्दी से करके मुझे बता दे. अरे, can you see the figure? I don't think you are able to see the figure, है ना? I'll show you the question in PPT. देख ले, this is the PPT. Okay. I hope now the question is visible, right? So, this is the question. These are the options. You can mark the same thing in your MENTI also. कर सकता है ना? कर ले. And please remain here so that I can explain this question. This is a very important question with so much of amazing concepts. So don't miss the answer part. अरे जल्दी कर ले. इधर क्या आ रहा है हमारा? Visible, right? Okay, very good. ऋतु, मेरा 11th का टाइमिंग है 8 PM, 12th का टाइमिंग है 10 PM. अब दोनों क्लास पे आ जाएगा ऋतु. बढ़िया बात है. फिर हमारा टाइम तो हो गया क्या? ठीक है, तो हो गया था. Why do you update me? 8 amazing students. Wow. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. And the final leaderboard is like, and let me tell you, those who haven't shown some love towards Ameer sir, क्या कर रहे हैं आप लोगों को? Just click on that like button and give me some motivation to do more and more classes. है ना? So, very good, Pal. Amazing. Right? After a constant hard work. I know that she was somewhere in the middle or at the top. She was giving continuous hard work, and she is on the top. And everyone here who is on the leaderboard. If it is Anurag, very good. Annie, Preeti, Gupta, Gustav, Ashley, Devega, Harsh, Saloni. Great. Amazing. Super beautiful. I'm so proud of everyone. So let's see how this question can be done. This is very important question, right? Question is, here we have a square. Let's say the square. Okay, I'll congratulate once again after me explaining this question. Everyone listen. The square is having, let's say, of side A. Red color kahan gaya? Let's say it is having a side A. Okay, done. And I1 and I2 be the moment of inertia of a square plate about the axis shown. Moment of inertia of I1 and I2. देख ले. What is I1? The moment of inertia of this axis passing through center of mass. Yes or no? which means the moment of inertia of the square about the axis 1 is actually the moment of inertia of the same square about the center of mass. Yes or no? I1 is passing through its center of mass. That's what I have written. Now look at I2. Can you apply any of the law which we have learned related to moment of inertia here? अरे देख ले, the axis 2 and the axis 1 are parallel to each other. Yes or no? Yes, bilkul. If two axes we have parallel and if one of them passes through center of mass, the moment of inertia of the second one I2 will be equal to moment of inertia of the body passing through the center of mass plus mass of the body into the square of the distance between them. Yes or no? Yes. ICM is equal to, we already know, I1 plus M into, what the distance between them? This distance, half the distance of diagonal. Total diagonal कितना है? अरे total diagonal is equal to root of a square plus a square by using right angle theorem. This is equal to root 2a. This is total diagonal, DIA. And this distance is equal to how much? This distance D is equal to half the diagonal. That is root 2a by 2. How much is it? A by root 2. है ना? The perpendicular distance between them. ये small d हो गया how much? A by root 2. So a by root 2 the whole square is equal to a square by 2. This is equal to I2. ठीक है. I2 का वैल्यू भी मिल गया, I1 का वैल्यू भी नहीं मिल गया, है ना? I2 is equal to I1 plus MA square by 2. So if I can get I1, I2 का वैल्यू भी मिल जाएगा. Any method? कोई method है क्या? Is there any method to find out the moment of inertia of the square about this axis? I'll show you in the next figure. देख ले, अरे अरे पूरा तो हो गया, गड़बड़ हो गया. But I hope you do remember this particular thing which I have written. I2 is equal to I1 plus MA square by 2. Okay. Now, this is our square and this was I1. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw one more similar axis. If this is moment of inertia of the square about the diagonal, won't this also be having the same thing because it is exactly symmetrical, right? Because it's a square, the diagonal moment of inertia remain the same. Is there any method of finding out I1? चमका गया? हाँ, देख ले. Now you can actually apply the perpendicular axis theorem. If you are having the moment of inertia of a body about its perpendicular axis, that is equal to Iz is equal to the sum of moment of inertia of the body about two axes which are perpendicular to each other and passing through its plane. We have learned this. What is Ix and Iy? Both are I1. I1 plus I1 हो जाएगा 2 times I1. Now you'll be thinking ये I2 क्या है? अरे this is not Iz है, ठीक है? What is Iz? Not 2. Don't get confused with 2. What is Iz? हाँ, M A square by 6. Moment of inertia of the square about an axis perpendicular to it. सबको पता है. So I1 का वैल्यू हो गया M A square, ये 2 नीचे हो जाएगा 12. I1 का वैल्यू, so I2 का वैल्यू M A square by 12 plus M A square by 2. Common denominator multiplied with 6. So 6 plus 1, 7 M A square by 12. I1 by 2, M A square cancel, 12 cancel, 1 by 7. Answer simple. है ना? So now let me congratulate everyone here in this classroom and everyone who got the correct answer. Very good, Pal. Amazing. I'm totally impressed, not just by Pal, everyone who came to my classroom and attended this MENTI quiz and understood the concept. Tell me, are you all happy? Jaldi se bata. I also have to jaldi go and eat my food and come back for my 10 o'clock classes. Have you all understood अच्छे से? अच्छे से, अच्छी, सच्ची मुच्ची से? समझ में आ गया सबको? हाँ? Okay. Now, is anyone here, those who haven't shown some love towards Ameer sir? Those who haven't shown some love towards physics? Those who haven't shown this, please go and click on that like button. It will be just like a compliment for me, right? If you click on that like button, it will be like, हाँ sir, हमको अच्छे से समझ में आ गया, and thank you so much for this particular class. So I'll be so happy for that. And let me tell you, tomorrow we are having 2 special classes at 5 o'clock. Right? Actually, it is a 12th standard topics. Anyone want to join, you can join. At 5 o'clock, we have capacitors, and at 6:30, we are having which one? Yes, lenses and Faraday's law. So try to come and enroll in the Unacademy app. Those who haven't came to the app still now, it is completely free. And you can learn about capacitors and Faraday's and lenses law. It's 12th standard topic. And those who don't know how to enroll for this, come to Unacademy learning app, download it, log into the app, and click on the menu button. There you will find special. Click on that and find search for these 2 topics, okay, which is capacitors, lenses law, and Faraday's law. And once you click on it, they'll be asking you for an invite code. The code that you have to apply is AMB10. So you can be a part of this class for free. So I'm expecting every one of you to the classroom. ठीक है, जल्दी से आ जाइए बस. आ जाएगा? How many of you are gonna come? ठीक है, we can also learn 12th standard topics. So thank you so much everyone. And these are the new batches that is gonna start, as you can see here. Okay, so those who wish to come can come and join. It will be so great. You can learn a lot. And those who haven't still liked the session, jaldi se like kar le. And if you want to make any subscription, the code that you have to use is AMB10. Don't forget about this. And yes, Ameer sir and the entire Unacademy, we are signing out. Bye everyone. Sophia, Ridu, Ritima, Unknown, Miara, Lakshya, then Avocado, Shinchan. Okay, Ridu, I forgot because I'm in studio and I didn't, usually I don't. Tomorrow I'll bring, tomorrow, which means the next class is on Thursday, okay? Tomorrow we don't have class. So Thursday, we'll start the class with the song, The Gravitation. So be prepared. Come for the gravitation class at 8 p.m. on Thursday. So bye till then. Take care.